Yo. Yo.
Welcome to the podcast where you better tune in. You can see the picture, all you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave, it's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gonna win. If they take the loss, they gonna hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes, he a fan for life, and he sitting courtside. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. How I cross you over like when they had AI. I still the ball, I ain't ask you, may I? Not at my house, they can back. I ain't gotta try. Maxie for the 3, he try and win. They don't want the time. B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry. I live by the gun. I'ma shoot. I don't wanna die to eat, sleep sixes. You should know that it's game time.
Avanzo, this shit wavy.
Welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Sixes, man. I got my sister Jenny with me. How you doing, Jenny?
I am good. You know what, Fred, I love that freaking song. I can't get enough of that song. And I watched your interview with Fred on what we gonna talk about, or what we talking about. BG's podcast. You got to watch it if you haven't. Watch the interview with Fred. G's. There's a he's really cool. And thank you, Fred. We love it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Carl, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling green. And
I'm feeling green too.
We all are feeling green. And I'm also
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm also feeling optimistic.
I'm feeling really optimistic because while the song was going on, I got to start line.
Come on, baby, talk to me, BG.
Tell us. What's going on?
All right, look, y'all. BG has been very negative. BG has been very down this season, but I believe that this is the best starting lineup that we can have this season. If these 5 players can start for the majority of the rest of the season, we got about 60 games left. We can be all right. Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Paul George. Are y'all ready? Gershon Yabusele and Joel Embiid, welcome back.
Welcome back, Joel Embiid.
I like this lineup, y'all.
Oh, God. We have y'all. You know what I like the most about this lineup, BG?
What?
Gershon Yabusele's playing at the 4.
That's why I made sure to give that emphasis on Yabusele starting with Embiid.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I really did miss who's playing the 2.
I'm sorry, Kelly Oubre.
Okay.
You was just looking forward to the end.
I was excited for the big show time. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this lineup. But we are noticing one thing. I'm noticing one thing. There will be no Eminem lineup. There will be no lineup with Tyrese Maxey and our rookie of the year. I don't think so. I think this is going to be the lineup he's going to have to roll out.
Can I say something without?
I'm sad about this.
Can I say something without sounding disrespectful to Jared McCain?
Go ahead.
All right, I really don't mean this as disrespectful to Jared McCain.
You about to be disrespectful?
One shit with Jared McCain in the starting lineup.
Absolutely.
Like I said, people do fall in love with the flash, and that kid is really showed, man. He can put up buckets when needed, and people fall in love with that. But are we a better team with Maxey and McCain as our starting back?
A 2-point guard lineup is just not it.
It ain't even a 2-point guard lineup. It's a 2-2 guard lineup, undersized.
Right.
Neither one of them are point guards.
Right. Neither one of them are point guards. You're right.
Two undersized 2 guards. So, I mean, I personally think BG is no analyst. Well, I guess I am an analyst technically, but I'm no person that knows everything. But I think this might be the best starting lineup we could put out, and it still helps our bench. We still got
BG, don't take it away from me. Don't take it away from me because I'm about to piggyback off of what you're saying.
Go ahead. Matter of fact, just get into the keys.
Well, let's go to our keys to the game. And I'm gonna go right off BG. That's a hell of a segue. My keys to the game was going to be bench performance. It goes right into what BG said. With the starting lineup being set, what up, Fobs? My boy. With the starting lineup being set, you could look towards the bench and see why this team was constructed this way. That bench looks lit right now because of the starting lineup being intact. Now, do we have Andre Drummond back? No. But I do feel like we do have
we have Andre. He played last game.
Is he back?
He played last game, dude. You did not watch last game?
I've been at work. God damn it. I didn't see the game. And I ain't been mad I didn't see the game. But did I say that on it? No. But how did he look last game? Guys, since we're on.
He looked like he was in.
He looked like Drummond. He played Drummond like basketball.
Absolutely. Okay. He should be a backup center. That's what he looked like.
So
he didn't look like how he looked when he had to be starting.
That proves my point even more. Every starting position has a backup position that could come in and fill the void and be successful when this lineup is healthy. How long we gonna have them? We're gonna see. Godspeed for the help. But what's your keys to victory tonight?
Second, can y'all do y'all keys first? I gotta put Joel in my fantasy lineup. He was on my fantasy lineup. Real quick, go ahead. Y'all do y'all keys first.
Let everybody else go on FanDuel. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Jen's telling us her keys. What's your keys?
I think I'm gonna go with ball movement. Because when the big man's in there, it's a whole different style of play, tends to run through him, tends to get a little stuck. You know what I'm saying? I look to see a lot from our 3-point shooters with Joel in the game. I think that's going to be the key. Well, I just gave 2. Ball movement, 3-point shooting.
Look, Jose here when he's not here. Jose will take all the keys. He's gonna take all the flowers.
You understand?
He always start with, I want to give it to multiple players. No!
Save me one. Jeez. Okay. So
wait, BG got to give us his key.
I'm waiting for him. That's what I was about
to hear. So I think the key tonight, with Embiid coming back and this being the lineup that I think best suits us, I think the guys just got to show Embiid, look, this is what we became without you. Let them be them and get in where you fit in. As a superstar, I know it's hard to say get in where you fit in, but you don't have to give 110% when his 100% is so lazy. But I just don't feel like he got to go all out to try to score 40 when he sees that these guys have grown a lot in the first 22 games of the season. So I look forward to Embiid just kind of maybe taking the backseat. That's my key. Embiid, don't go try to score 50 tonight.
I love that.
I love it too. And I think that's the best version of Embiid we could get this year. An Embiid that lets the offense come to him. You can even be a 20-10 scorer on this team if I'm Embiid with 3-4 blocks and make an impact. We don't need the 34, 35 point per game Embiid with this lineup. So I want him to find his way into that groove and find his role on this team because, my man, you're a role player now on this team with all these other players, in the starting. No, BG.
I said today I want him to.
No. Let me be
no role player.
No, let me be even more clear with the starting lineup. The way it is, star bolstered. Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, Joel, you got a lot of Palms degrees. He can't be the offensive focal point every time down the floor. So he's going to have to find his niche without the ball a lot of times. He's going to find how to impact the team without getting the ball. I notice when he don't get the ball sometimes, he get a little pouty, he get in his mood. No, I'm not saying that, teacher, bro. I'm saying he's going
look,
to have.
I was on the same page as you two.
Nah,
I'm like, hold on, I ain't gonna stay here.
I had to clarify for the first time in his career, he's on a starting lineup where he doesn't have to be the guy every night at all. So on nights where he can't be the guy, he needs to find other ways to impact the team.
And here's something, speaking of impacting the team, which is key, he cannot come out here being that mopey man we've seen this season. Joel Embiid is 0-4, okay? He's 0-4. Let's remember that. He cannot come out here moping all over the floor and dragging everybody down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
I agree with you 100%. I said at post game, the last game, something about this team the last like 2 or 3 games. They look like they having fun playing together. Like they play for each other, and they all seem to have really, really good energy. The last couple games, every one of them didn't turn out as a win, but I just saw a different Sixers team. I don't want Embiid to come back and his body language changes.
Absolutely.
That's what I don't want.
Absolutely. You know, we know Embiid. He's been here now for years. The offense isn't running through him quite a few times down the floor. He looks a little erratic a little bit after a while. I want to see him mature from that. You know, I want to see him become more of a teammate in that sense. Find something else to do out there. Set a pick, set a screen. Be happy with that. You know, I want to see him look to get Tyrese Maxey some good looks today off of picks and screens and things like that because he's been struggling.
Let's talk about him. Let's talk about Tyrese.
How are you feeling, Jen? Like, what do you think is contributing to this performance from him, offensive performance this year?
You know, I was talking about this last night, and somebody said feels like a sophomore slump, and we know he's not a sophomore.
I hear you, Jen.
No, he's not a sophomore, but he did just get that bag, so it does feel a little bit.
Slump. It's the bag slump.
It's the bag slump. The bag is too heavy.
It's like his expectations on him are high, and he is slumping a little bit. But I think he's Maxey. He's gonna pull out of it. I have no doubt in that. I hope it's not like bringing him down because I notice he's not as jolly as he usually be. I wouldn't be either, playing to an empty stadium and losing all the time. But I hope it doesn't change him.
Long as you know it's going to get out of control, Larry. I'm sorry. This is Sixers podcast. I'm sorry. I just saw something.
Well, you know, I will say this. I hear you, Jay Love. Thanks for watching. Those are one of the things that we talked about on him needing to become a better leader. But we were talking about Tyrese Maxey and what's contributing to his slump. I think what's going to be on the floor tonight is what he's missing the most. The big fella, man. The big fella. Having that space and having somebody taking the attention off of him. He's been spoiled with that, you know, throughout his young career now. He hasn't had that. That's been stripped away from him, along with the legit point guard in James Harden, who would get him the ball in different spots that he liked and whatnot. So I think he's having a hard time getting adjusted on being the guy. You know, PG is help with his passing and things like that. But it's a process, and we'll see today in a few minutes what that looks like, you know.
Yeah, so. I think I'm not giving Maxey the excuse. I know you didn't call it an excuse, but I'm not giving him the excuse that Embiid wasn't there. It hasn't been there, and he's used to that. Man, we paid you a lot of money.
Paid a lot of bread.
We looked at you and told you, you're a franchise guy. We have a franchise guy, but you are a franchise guy, and we're going to max you out. He was very kind to the Sixers and waiting a year to sign that extension. He kept true to his promise of getting better 1% every day. He did do that. It don't just stop because you're young. We don't just stop expecting things from you. We don't stop expecting you to grow. In the absence of the big fella, we paid you to be that guy. we told you that. By the number on your contract, we told you we believed in that. So when Embiid's not there, I do need him to shoot better than what he's shooting. It's going to be a part of the over-unders, but, man, this kid is shooting 40% from the field. 40%?
Nasty word.
40% from the field? I mean, I get it. His usage is up, but 40% from the field is at the bottom of the Sixers.
Yeah.
Like if you go to all of the Sixers shooting percentages, he's like 5th from the bottom. That's not what I want out of my max guy. No
It's
pun
piss
intended.
poor.
Max.
It's
And you
piss poor.
guys know I complain about it too much. I complain about it too much. His little floater that he just erratically tosses on up there and makes it like a third of the time. Like, it drives me nuts. He's got to improve his shot selection. I know he wants to run fast to the basket. I get it, but Jared McCain does that shit and it goes in like 80% of the time. Like, what are we doing?
I there was a lot of things that he took from Harden that I love, but he has fallen in love with that double step back 3. Oh my goodness. Tyrese Maxey, you don't have to do that much. You don't.
I'll play
tired of that.
I'll play devil's advocate because
J Love, I love that.
I'll play devil's advocate. You know, Philadelphia, we're a hard-nosed city. We're what have you done for me lately city, and I get that. But when it's going
Larry,
in, it's going.
that's absolutely right, Larry.
When it's going in, it's going in. And when these floaters are going in and these step back threes are going in, it's going in. So I don't complain about the shot selection so much. I complain about, like y'all said, his composure. You know, I see him sulking now when he's not getting certain calls in his face.
That is so uncharacteristic of
He's
Tyrese
in his head because he's not getting whistles and he hasn't been getting whistles, but
and
roll
he's
the F
still
up.
not getting whistles,
He's
man.
not getting them. It's horrible. But roll the F up. Go ahead, BJ.
Before we get into over unders, I wanted to throw this on the screen to give us a couple minutes to talk about this. This is becoming an issue, y'all.
Let it
I
soak.
do agree that McCain is better suited as our 6th man, that spark that can help us out off the bench. I do like that. I like him coming off the bench, but why does he not play in the second half?
That's a great freaking question. It's perplexing. Nick Nurse loves to go to the vets, and why did he stop the clock and bring in Kyle Lowry for the last, inbounder of the game the other night? That didn't make any damn sense. But he just loves to go for his vets, and he'll say it. He's not. He's going to say it with his chest. He is all about the vets.
But the thing
It doesn't
is,
make
Jen,
sense.
I'm not upset with it in moments. Is Kyle probably a better decision maker at this point in his career?
Absolutely.
For an inbound or for a last defensive possession or something like that. Conditional coaching. But there's no way I should not see Jared McCain in key minutes in the second quarter, key minutes in the third quarter, some key minutes in the fourth quarter. Why is he going to Kyle in the second half? Like, what do he be seeing that Kyle be giving us? Again, I know we're not analytical, and I know his plus minus be good, but we watched the game.
I think being that coach that won a championship with that guy, and I think he often senilely, once he wants to get in a winning position, he puts in his winning point guard. But your winning point guard is 40 years old now. And, you have other pieces on this team that deserves opportunity. Ricky Council. I'm sick of the up and down minutes with Ricky. Like you're sabotaging your certain young talent on this team that needs to be on the uptick.
Yeah, I get it because KJ's been playing so well that he's kind of gobbled up all those minutes that Ricky would normally get. I get that. I do. It's hard to take KJ out when he's playing so well. That's a tough choice to make as a coach. Not to say Ricky wouldn't do just as well if he was in there. We don't know. Yeah, but I think this is Larry's got a good point here. But also McCain's faster. He makes, I don't know. He doesn't make as many turnovers. I don't know.
Lowry controlled the tempo better, but
he's a half court guard.
Hear me out, y'all. Watch. Oh, don't even watch. Before the game, when you got a couple minutes, go to our games and just click on each one of the box scores. And the third quarter has been real bad. They've been real bad. Just it's fast. Just go to each game, just click on it by score, and just look at the score of the third quarter. So what pace is Kyle setting? What tempo is Kyle setting?
A losing set a pace.
We've been playing terrible in the third quarters this season, yo. Like terrible.
We have. It makes me
I know
wonder,
that's
like,
not a
what is
stat
happening at halftime?
I know that's not a stat that people like go to. Oh, let me go look at the rebounds. Or let me go look at how many assists, points in the paint, turnovers. People don't think about that, but our third quarters be bad, yo. They be bad.
Honestly, when I
100%.
look at this team, what I see that's ailing us the most is lack of a playmaker at the point guard position. PG, go ahead.
Did you say playmaker?
Let's do it.
And now,
let's do it.
For BG's over and under.
Love when segues is just easy. So my first one I got for you. Last game I called him out. Not really called him out, but I noticed that he's low key become our playmaker. Point guard. Although his
PG.
initials might be PG. He's not a point guard, but man, he creates a lot of shots for guys. So that number is 6.5 assists for Paul George tonight. I know he's not an assist guy, but
take the over. He is an assist guy. He's been throwing them dimes. Yeah,
he's
been throwing them
assist
dimes.
guy, yo.
He had
averaged
9
like 6
assists.
points.
He had 9 assists last game, so I'm taking the over.
I'm not looking at no stat sheet, but he definitely averages about 6.8 since he's been here. So yeah,
he's definitely like I said, because our offense is so iso-centric, what we hate when he gets in his isolations a lot of times, he's looking to score, but if it's taken away, he's not ashamed to kick it out. And that's where a lot of these assists is coming from. So I'm going with the over as well, man. He seems to be our creator in half-court sets. Mr. Joel Embiid, welcome back. But
welcome back, big fella.
But Nick Nurse, this one's for you. Mm-hmm. Minutes restriction. He ain't played in a long ass time, y'all. He ain't played in a long time.
I still don't think he played yet this season.
For real. So other than being winded, I think the guy should be out there a little bit more than this whole minute restriction number. So that minute restriction number is usually 29.5. So Joel Embiid played 30 minutes tonight. What y'all got?
I'm going under.
I'm wrestling in my head. What do I want? I want over.
Don't go once.
But I'm going with Jim with the under.
Betting, brother.
No, they've been precautious with this guy, you know? So, yeah, take the under.
I'm going to take the over because I got a feeling it's going to be close in the fourth, and Embiid's going to play a lot of the fourth, which will end up at like 33 minutes for the game. So 33 minutes for Embiid for me. I mentioned this earlier, man. I don't like that my superstar is shooting 40% from the field. And I'm not saying that this number is going to put him back in the good graces with me, but I think he needs to at least strive for 50% from the field tonight. I've never done a percentage from the field over under. But does Maxey shoot 50% from the field tonight? I need to see it.
I take the over with the spacing as best as it's been all season on the floor for him tonight. I'll see him like lighting it up tonight. Yeah.
Where do I even find that stat?
I mean, his field goal percentage?
Yeah.
I mean, anywhere. He's shooting 40.3 on the season right now.
Is it? Where are you looking for that? On ESPN?
Yeah.
Okay. Maxey, 50% from 40. That's a big jump.
I'm not saying, look, that's a big jump. That is a big jump for the season. Like, he's not gonna go from 40 to 50.
Right.
Average for a while. But tonight, you don't think he could give us a 9 for 16 games?
I think with the big fella back, maybe he can. Maybe he's been putting too much pressure on himself to run the show. So I'm gonna go over. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'm gonna go over too. I think he gets better shots. I think he's smarter with the shots, with his shot selection tonight. So I say tonight is only 1 o'clock. I'm tripping. Yeah, I think he's better with his shot selection. Therefore, that'll just equal a better field goal percentage for Tyrese Maxey today.
SGT base saying Embiid ain't never lost in Chicago. We ain't doing the Chicago losses. That's what he's saying. That's what's going on today with the big three back on the court. I'm just saying.
Big three? Are they a big three?
Did you give us an over or under,
We're
Carl?
gonna see. I'm
Yeah,
going
he
to take
took over. He took over.
yeah.
He took over.
So
He
is
said he's
that
gonna have a good
it?
game.
Is that it with the over under? Because I got a hell of a bowl.
Oh boy, he's got a hell of a bold.
90
ahead.
points. 90 points combined by the big three today.
That's not a hell of a bold.
That's
With
pretty
them,
bold.
that's bold as hell. Look what we've
That
been
is
getting.
pretty damn
We
bold.
ain't had him. What are you talking about?
Look what we've been exactly.
Maxie been getting like 15 points.
Yeah, it's been loppity loopity.
90 it is.
Loopity.
Loppity
90, 90 it is.
Okay.
He's like,
what's
okay.
your bold?
You go ahead, BG. I'm still thinking.
I seen him thinking.
I wasn't thinking. I thought she was gonna go. I was doing so much talking. I wanted to give the floor to Jen.
Hey.
You thought of it yet?
Nope.
Paul George, 7 3-pointers made tonight.
Woo!
Damn.
Embiid on the block, just kicking it out all game. They're gonna eventually have to double him. Paul George, 7. I ain't say 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
7
3-pointers tonight.
Sheesh. Jen, bring it home, baby.
All right. I'm Maxie been playing some garbage basketball lately, so instead of Maxie night, do we go 40? Do we go 40 for Maxie? I'm going to do it.
I like
Because last time I said it,
he
got 39.
I like it when you say
40 for Maxie would make Carl's bowl a little closer as well. So yeah, y'all working together. Y'all think y'all slick. Well, I guess mine too, because Paul George hitting 7 threes. You know,
PG. It's all, listen. While we all talking to y'all right now, man, we will not be coming on for a post-game show today because there is so much going on in the city today. The city is so lit. But you can catch us next game, 30 minutes before the game and after the game on post-game for your Eat Sleep Sixers fix. Let me get out the way. Let my man BG do his thing.
When's the next game, though? Just tell him that. Friday?
The schedule. We got the Bulls today, and then we play Indiana on Friday. Whoa! Oh yeah, because we got that big break because of the tournament.
So they better ball out today.
Man, why the hell Embiid playing today then?
Because then he gets 5 whole days of rest.
They planned this. You
don't make plans when you got 6 wins, Carl. All the plans go out the game.
I triggered them. Yo, let's get off. Hey, Uncle B is triggered.
Look at the top of the screen. We on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch, all of them things. So, man, don't forget to tell a friend about the East Sleep Six podcast. Jen, what they got to do when they go to YouTube?
You need to please subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and please let us know how much you like the show. Leave us a comment.
And if you didn't understand what I said in English, Carl is going to attempt to say it in Espanol.
No te olvides a decirle a una amiga te le diga, una amiga te le diga, un amigo, huepa.
Tyrese Maxey, before I close the show, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a bad game tonight, you got to go back to the twist. The cornrows must go away. I'm sorry.
That's right.
We'll see y'all on Friday. Let's go Sixers.
Let's go.